What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I hope everybody's having a great, happy new year. Wishing you and yours the best year ever. We are now one day down, and we're only 364 more days until the next new year. You know, Brian Diebold, the coach of the New York Giants, has said, we ain't resting shit. We coming for that Philadelphia ass. They feeling good because they are a playoff team. They are a playoff team. And sadly, it won't be 4 teams from the NFC East going to playoffs. It'll be 3. It'll be the Cowboys, Eagles, and Giants. It was funny listening to the confidence of the Eagles. It is shattered right now. It is literally shattered over the course of... We all think that this started with the Cowboys. But I dare say it started before this. It started with the Bears. The Bears... As much as everybody says, well, Jalen Hurts is a difference maker, I'm not sure about that. Now, Jalen Hurts had 3 rushing touchdowns against the Bears, but you might remember he threw 2 bad interceptions in that game. Things started going south for the Eagles. Now, make no mistake about it. They're still a good team. Their defense had, 7 sacks today? But that team is not the same. And I'm going to say that the Bears got physical with the Eagles. And I say that the Cowboys got physical with the Eagles. And I will say the New Orleans Saints got physical with the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, here's the thing. I can't wait. Now, I'm going to be on the road tomorrow. I've got to do some Florida stuff up in Delaware for the next couple of days. So I won't be here at my home turf to be able to get all the news and see all the talking heads and stuff, but I'm going to do the best I can to keep up with all of that news. But last Thursday, we ended up winning, okay, against the Texans, right? Against the Texans. I know they were sitting a bunch of players, but they had NFL players. They killed us. They killed us, even though we covered the point spread. They only won by 14. They're not a well-oiled machine. They're not ready for the playoffs. Well, let's take a look around the NFC this week. Okay, the teams that were ahead of them. The Philadelphia Eagles have now lost 2 in a row. Philly 500 was literally crying and saying, I hope that the Giants rest their starters. If Minshew's playing, we got no chance. Wait a minute. The Philadelphia Eagles that have been screaming to us all offseason telling us how we're scared of the Eagles. The Cowboys are scared. They're scared. They're scared. You're scared of the Giants? You're praying that the Giants end up resting their starters? See, these guys actually, Diebold wasn't there, but some of these guys were there when you rested your starters and it cost them a playoff spot. Yeah. So they might look at us and say, this is our chance to get payback a bit. It maybe hurts you some. Now, they're already talking about, Jalen Hurts needs to play. Jalen Hurts needs to play. Well, is he, A, ready to play? B, is he fully ready to play that he won't hurt that shoulder more going into the playoffs? Playoffs? You're talking about playoffs? Okay. So there's the Eagle team who's now played like ass against the Bears, a 3-win team, lost to the Cowboys, and now lost to the New Orleans Saints. Oh, when the Saints kick that Eagle ass. Oh, when the Saints kick that Eagle ass. I wanna be in that number when the Saints kick that Eagle ass. When the Saints kick that Eagle ass, kick that ass. Oh, when the Saints kick that Eagle ass. I wanna be in that number when the Saints kick that ass. Yeah, when the Saints kick that ass. Okay, next up, the Minnesota Vikings. The Minnesota Vikings with Kirk Cousins doing Kirk Cousin things. Interceptions, turnovers galore. Getting that ass handed to him from the Green Bay Packers. The Packers. The Packers. So, they didn't look too good. They didn't look too good at all. Then there was San Francisco. Now, San Francisco did get the win, but you were playing the Raiders. And you had to go in overtime to beat the Raiders. Didn't the Raiders score 34 points? And we were told that that's the best defense in football to be feared. That those guys, man, you know, that 49er defense, no one defense in football. They ain't great. And it wasn't Derek Carr that was playing quarterback. Sternum, a journeyman quarterback from New England scored 34 points on that team. And the thing that's crazy is he turned the ball over how many times? San Francisco didn't look great there. And then we had Tom Brady. Now, Tom Brady threw for over 400 yards. Tom Brady, I tell you what Tom Brady looked good at was cussing everybody out, cussing out his receivers. What the hell you doing? That's the wrong spot. Cussing out his offensive line. Come on, block this shit. Cussing on the sidelines like a crazy old man. Now, he looked good, but they gave up a lot of points to the Panthers. So, I'm curious about what they'll say about the Cowboys. Because I believe that the Dallas Cowboys point differential, the amount of points that we won, I believe we won by 14 points. I know it was against the Texans. But I think that was of the playoff teams, although the Giants kicked the ass, okay? But it was the Colts. It was the Colts. You know, the Colts only play good if they're playing like, Kansas City or the Eagles. Now, the Giants, they had the biggest blowout. They blew them out. They blew out the Colts. And congratulations to the Giants. Maybe I should consider bending the knee and seeing if you guys will beat the Eagles. But other than that, Cowboys actually had the best win this weekend. Now, I can't wait to see how they spin all this. How they're going to spin that the Eagles are still those dudes. They're that team. That they are ready to roll. I don't know how they're going to spend it. But the Giants, they looking to spoil the season for the Eagles and get some momentum going into the playoffs. I would imagine that we're looking to beat the Commanders, and I feel bad for the Commanders. Although I don't feel that bad about the Commanders because they did this to themselves. When will people understand Carson Wentz stinks? Not only did you bring Carson Wentz in when he stinks, you brought him in rusty. I know Tyler Heineke, it was ugly. I know he made a lot of mistakes. He doesn't have the physical tools. But it was something about that team that had his back. That those guys played better for him. Carson Wentz, at one point, had more interceptions than completions. Carson Wentz People say he'll be a backup. I'm not sure I'd want Carson Wentz as a backup. I'm not sure that I'd even want Carson Wentz as a backup. He is just bad. The injuries, the confidence, the change of teams and coordinators, he's awful. He is bad. But you know what I like the most about today? There's a couple things. It was so nice to see Philly 500 meltdown. It was nice because we've missed that. They've been riding along, that we're the best team. We're 13-1. And here's the thing that I've been trying to tell you. I told you before the game, you don't match up well with New Orleans. Their defense is physical. They're tough. They're going to pound you. With the loss of Lane Johnson and not having that extra running ability of Hurts, but I'm not sure that Hurts was going to beat that defense today. I told you guys, you've had this cake schedule. You haven't been battle tested. You haven't been punched in the mouth. And here's the thing about the Eagles, their losses. And you can blame it all on Gardner Minshew if you want to, but Gardner Minshew wasn't in there when you played the Commanders. And the Commanders' defense got physical with you. True, Gardner Minshew was there with the Cowboys, but he actually had a good game. But the Cowboys were physical as well. And I'm going to dare say that physicality of the Cowboys may have just broken something with the Eagles. Because right now, the Eagles are lacking some confidence right now. They didn't look like they had the edge like, they had before. They didn't have that swagger. They looked like lost pups. And you know what the best part of all this was today? Oh, the best part. I enjoyed the season seeing Sean McVay, not the running around, jumping in your face, all happy dude. And I really enjoyed last week and this week, Nick Sirianni getting a piece of humble pie. Yeah, I enjoyed that. So, what will he say tomorrow? What will the talking heads say about Jalen Hurts and stuff? Should he be playing this week? The Eagles, can they right the ship? They can win. All they have to do is beat the Giants. The Giants, all of a sudden, getting hot. Daniel Jones rushing for a couple of touchdowns. Barkley still healthy. Having some momentum, taking on the Eagles. The Commanders, well, again, they shot themselves in the foot. They got what they deserved by putting in Carson Wentz. He slept rock. And the little old Cowboys somehow are in the rearview mirror of the Eagles. Well, that was fun. So that, in a nutshell, is the playoff race right now in the NFC. And there's the Seattle Seahawks currently in the 7th spot for playoffs. And it's looking like we're going to have to deal with our usual demons. We're going to have to deal with Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We're going to have to deal with the San Francisco 49ers. We're going to have to deal with the Eagles. But you know what? If you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. All right, good people. I appreciate you. Thank you all for being here, being part of the Jobu Sports Report. And it's a new year, 2023, and we are going to do our damnedest to take this to another level. I've already set sights on things that I want to do to improve what we bring to you guys content-wise in 2023, as well as bring us and the content to you. You'll understand what I'm talking about in the near future. And as I always say to you guys, tell the people you love them. Because you might not get the chance again. And I love you guys. Don't forget, tailgate party, Red Zone Lot at FedEx Field next Sunday. Don't know what time the game's at. I'm hoping it's a 1 o'clock game that we play, we get the victory, and we make the Eagles sweat it out against the Giants, say at 4 o'clock. I hope that's the case. If you want tickets, if you go to the community tab On the community tab, there's a link. It's about 2 weeks old, with the contact information of Jed Pilgrim of the Commanders. If you want tickets, email him your name, tell him you're from Jobu Sports Report, how many tickets you want, and it's section 326. I think I said 325, but it's section 326. We're all sitting there together. Do it by Tuesday, because Tuesday, they're not going to hold the tickets for me anymore. They're going to be trying to sell them because it's the end of the season and they want to get every dollar they can. As always, I love you guys. And God willing, I'll be here tomorrow to say the same thing. Peace out. And how about them Cowboys? Woohoo!